Yo. Yo. Oh, man. Lesson to legacy. My lesson to legacy. Where we host the Convo. The conversation. Where we get that guapito. Hey, man. We have fun. We laugh, we joke, ups and downs. I mean, through it all. Like y'all tell me, when the cameras roll, get it together.
Get it together.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Up. Well, go up, come down, but it can go back up. So you got to keep that same energy as going up. As you're going up, just know that it got to come down. You just got to have that same energy coming down. Just be patient. Just be patient.
Put your hands up. Shit. Put your hands up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But today, bro, listen to me. I got somebody who, it's crazy because I didn't grow up with him, but I feel like we known each other forever. And at the same time, we end up going through something together, on nightclub together, partner nightclubs. I seen them running track. I seen them in the street, We got a little history, man. But I ain't gonna hold y'all with a long introduction. I do it with him on camera. One time, man, for my man, the fastest man in the world still to me, Tim Montgomery.
What's going on? Ain't nothing better than silver and gold, but freedom, baby. Ain't nothing better than silver and gold.
Talk that talk. Talk that talk.
Hey, 2000 Sydney, Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? There's not too many people walk around with silver and gold representing the United States of America.
So question though, real quick before we even get into this, because I seen you showed that. So they didn't take that from you? You didn't get stripped?
No, they could not. That was before. Like, they never caught me with anything in my system.
Because that's a lot, because I got asked that even before we brought you on, and my co-host, she that was one of the questions that she asked me, off top, and she was like, "Hey, did they?" And I was like, "Man, you know what? I don't know." So I bet it's a lot of people really wanting to know that, because everybody think you got scripted that, and you really you really cheated. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when they catch you, they suspend you on the day they caught you, and before that, okay? So they say I cheated in 2001, which it was false, because I cheated in.
Look, we're gonna get in all that because we jumped too far ahead, and like I said, I just didn't meet you then. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to go back a little bit, from where we, met. But before then, though, it's questions that I want to know that I never asked you. So as a fan and as a friend, you know what I'm saying? And, I want to ask you some questions because I don't know how you grew up. I just found out where you was from. You know what I mean? Because if a person would have asked me where you from, I'm going to say, man, he from Norfolk. You know what I mean? Or I even heard one time, I think you from Suffolk. I said, oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, yeah, he is from Suffolk. You know what I mean? So I don't know any of this. You know what I mean? And that's crazy. You know what I mean? So where are you from? Like,
I'm from Gaffney, South Carolina, a little small country town with 3 red lights and 2 stop signs. That big old peach you see on 85 as you traveling down 85. My house is where I grew up is about 5 minutes away from that big peach on 85.
Man, listen. I was going to ask you, was you on the 95 side or the 85 side? But that peach, for a long time, when I used to drive past that peach, I thought I was in Atlanta. Soon as I ride past, I'd be like, oh, I'm in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta. No, but yeah, so what is the deal with the peach? Why is the peach there in South Carolina?
Because we known for the peaches. Down 85 was all peach trees.
Gotcha.
And so they chopped all that down and put restaurants and other stuff on 85 for tourists. But 85 and Gaffney was known for peaches.
Got you. So you graduated high school from there and everything?
Yes.
Gotcha. What high school?
Gaffney High. We only got one high school in the town.
one high school, one gas station.
That's it, baby.
So how did you grow up? Like, what was your upbringing in Gaffney? Like, was you in, like, I can imagine. So it was only one corner and only drug dealer. Was it one corner and one drug dealer? Like,
hey, no, we gonna pop a corner. We gonna pop underneath a tree somewhere. You know what I'm saying? There were trees everywhere. So you get up underneath a tree, put on a coat, and do your thing. But yeah, I'm from Gaffney, South Carolina. I started out playing football in Little League.
What position you played in football? Bench.
I was the bench. No, bench. Man. No way possible. Hey, unbelievable. If you call my name out about football, they're going to say that boy was the greatest Little League football player in history.
For what position, though?
I played every position. I played quarterback. Hey, listen. That's what I'm telling you. I had to have the ball.
Oh,
yeah. Man, I don't believe that. Like, we got to show some proof in that one. I can't give you that one. Though. I don't know about that one. Though. I don't know about
that.
Hey,
listen. Go to the Real Fast Tim Montgomery's article on that Instagram page. Look through it. Richie Petty. I took my team to state champion 4 years in a row.
Oh,
I ain't never been less than an MVP.
Well,
Richie Petty.
I ain't known you in the lotto anyway, though. So, but it just sounds just like, you know what I mean? I ain't known you for football, though. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, I tell everybody, I just look like this. That's why
but growing up, was drugs though big out Gaffney though? Like, did you see that? Did you encounter that? Well, was you doing any of that then, or like?
Yeah. So, I was born in Gaffney, South Carolina. Mother and father, same household. My father was in Vietnam for 7 years. He's a Purple Heart. He was making good money. He was a manager. He came home from Vietnam and he went to college on a GI Bill. Great father. My mother was in the church, and
so you grew up in a whole household. Like you ain't even had to think about even doing anything like that.
Oh, no, I didn't even have to think about that. Mm-hmm. But I stayed with my grandmother and my cousins, and they did it. You see what I'm saying? So with me, I could leave them and go back to a good house. Mm-hmm. They stay in an environment, and I like that environment. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like when you in that environment, you want to leave the environment. When you can have a choice to come and go, you want to play in the environment. And I played a little too long. No, I got a younger brother and a sister and a stepsister.
Shout out to your brother, man.
Yeah, for a while.
So small. What's up, baby?
Yeah.
So, what made you want to start running track? Like, how did the running come in play? Like, where all that?
So I was playing football. Like I said, I was really good in Little League, and then so I was the first 10th grader to be put on varsity.
Gotcha.
You know, and so everybody in the locker room hated me, and only weighed like 116 pounds.
Well, because you was good, or because you talk crap?
All that above. I told you. That's what I told him. I said, "You want me to shut up? You got to wire my mouth up. That's the only way you're going to shut me up." But that happened.
Nobody know you, boy. You talk your junk. I'm telling you that now. I don't care what's going on. You gonna talk your talk.
Hey, that's right. I'm gonna talk you out your game.
So after high school, so you ran track in high school.
So I ran track in high school. No, I did not. Let me go back a little bit, okay? So in Gaffney, South Carolina, we had a junior high. Our junior high went from 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. I know. 9th grade now is at the high school.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't like that when I was back there, right? And so 10th, 11th, and 12th was high school. And when I played for the football team, everybody in the locker room, they would take stuff out my locker. I'll be getting in fights. They be at practice. I would come across the middle. They set me up for hits and stuff. So I was like, I forget this. It's great. Forget this. And so this dude named Shannon Holmes. He had a Letterman jacket, and he was in junior high. And I was like, oh, I gotta get one of those. Because all the girls was like, oh man, he got a high school jacket. So I went to him and was like, hey man, how you get that? He said, I run track at the high school because we don't have a high school down here, junior high. And if you get 16 points, you get a jacket. So I was like, I've been running in the streets all my life. I've been street racing all my life, right? And so I said, you going to the hospital today? He said, yeah. So I went out there to the track in some old cut-off blue jean shorts. And I asked the track coach, I said, hey, I want to join the team. He was like, we are already kind of like in season right now. And I was like, oh, man. He said, well, are you fast? I said, oh, for sure. I'm fast. You want to see? He said, you know what? Go over there on the line right there. And so I got over there on the line, and I didn't know the commands. He just said, runners take your mark, said, and the gun went off. Pow! Where I'm from, when the gun go off, I was like, and so I took off, right? And so I blanked out. So I started to walk away. He said, hey, Montgomery, come over here. And he was like, you know what you just did? And I'm like, what? He said, you beat my best guys on the team. And I was like, oh. He said, yeah, you can run. I said, okay. Okay, here we go.
Especially when you hear that gun.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So then, now I'm on the track team. I win the next. So each race is 5 points. So I end up winning the next. I won the 100, 200. So I got my points within 2 races. So I was ready to quit. So I go to him and say, hey, man, where my jacket at? He's like, oh, no, you got to wait to the banquet. I said, banquet?
You trying to get some box. You want some box.
Yeah. I'm trying to go back with the jacket. I'm trying to get a little shouted with the jacket.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what a jacket? He was like, yo, you just came out here for a jacket? I said, yeah. He was like, we got the regionals coming up, and there's a guy named Stephen Davis. I said, my Stephen Davis that ran 5 touchdowns against the football team. He said, yeah, he's never been beaten before. Stephen Davis, he broke Bo Jackson's record at Auburn. He ended up going to the NFL and being there for 9 years, Stephen Davis, right? And so he was a man child. So I was like, oh yeah, let me go handle this. Because the football team already, they looked up to Stephen Davis because he destroyed our football team. So I said, let me go handle this. So, and my dad was already like upset that I quit football because he don't believe in quitters. And my dad ain't a person to be smiling and laugh. He a real serious dude, right? And so the only time you really get a smile off his face is when I did something good, like touchdowns and stuff. So I ended up going to regions, and I beat Stephen Davis.
And in what event?
The 100.
Just been 100.
Yes, I killed him in the 100. But he ended up winning state. He jumped the gun, but I give him that. But he ended up winning state. He ran 10:28. He was 2 years older than me, and I ran 10:33. I'm 15 years old, right? And so
one time for you beating Stephen Davis. but that was the start of. But that was the start of you, though.
Right. And so I was on the front page of the paper. It was really big, and my dad was like, this dude would walk around like a peacock. He was shining.
Yeah.
He brought me real joy. So you know what? I'm gonna stay on this track thing. I'm a superstar here now. So I ended up playing around in track for a little bit, and then I wasn't even gonna want to go to college because I like my town. I like being the man around my town. And one day we was hanging out at a place called Trade Winds, and
that's the amusement park, right? The water amusement park?
No, man, this is like a little juke joint. You know what I'm saying? Moonshine joint, you know, where we hang out.
One club.
We hang out. Yeah. 10 for 10, 20 for 20, dime for dime, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
And so one of he ended up killing this guy out there over $20 rock. And everybody took off running and everything. And we was all felt like we was in trouble. Accessory, right? Because we was all there. And so the track coach ended up talking to the judge and everything. And
so you went to court for it?
Well, not really. The track coach scared me like I was gonna have to go. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And said it was like, yo, you got to get out of this town, man. Gotcha. Take them scholarships, and get out of town. But I never heard of an SAT or ACT back then, right? And everybody ain't good at taking tests. And I'm very impatient, so I started going any, mini, mighty, mo, catch a tiger by his toe, and that didn't work. So I ended up having to go to junior college, which was the best thing for me. Like sometime in life, what you think your path should be, it changes. And you think it's for the worst, but it leads for the best.
So you didn't want to study? Like you didn't want to study for it and go to a major college? Or you just felt like whatever gonna happen? Like what made you any, meeny, miny?
Because whatever didn't fit in my pocket when I left school, it didn't go home with me.
Yeah.
Like I ain't carrying no backpack. That was for suckers.
Yeah.
You know, so I really wasn't big into education, school, and everything like that.
So what junior college you went to?
Blinn Junior College out in Brenham, Texas.
What is it called?
Brenham.
Blinn.
BLINN. The same one Cam Newton went to when he got in trouble at UF.
Got you. So how long? How many did you stay there?
Well, the first year I got there, when I pulled up, only weighed like I said, 121 pounds, and the coach said, "There's no way you're gonna make this team. I can't believe that you ran 10:33 in high school and 20.9. You're not gonna make this team. So I'm gonna put you in the 400." So I didn't make not one workout. I mean, so anytime you don't make the workout that day, you got to wake up at 5 a.m. and finish it. And then you got to come back to track practice and finish the workout again, right? I did that for like a month. And I went to him, I said, "Hey, man, I'm quitting." I called my dad and I was like, "Yo, I'm coming back home." He said, "You ain't got no home to come back to." He was like, "I don't know what you're going to have to do there, but you got to figure it out." So the coach was like, "Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll let you run 100. And if you don't do well, you're going to train hard for this 400. And so I got in 100 meters that day, and I broke the record. I ran 10:21, and then 2 weeks later, I ran 9:96 and broke the world junior record. I became the world record holder for 19-year-olds.
And they talk about practice.
And they talk about practice.
So, but let me ask you, what was the difference, or was it between Gaffney, South Carolina, and Texas? Because you think that both of them are kind of like country, kind of like was there any difference? Like, did you have to change anything? You know what I mean? Like
it's a culture shock, so to speak.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a big culture shock. So like the only time I thought about college was what you seen on TV. So I went there with a pillowcase and a trash bag.
And how old was you at the time? 16?
No,
17?
I was 18 because I turned 19 while I was there.
Gotcha.
My birthday January.
Gotcha.
So I was 18. And so I got there, man. I didn't have a sheet on the bed or nothing. You know how your parents come in there, they set your room up before they go home and everything else?
You thugging?
No, I hitchhiked there with a friend. I was in church. This is crazy. I was in church and the preacher said, "Hey, anybody going to college, I want you to stand up right now." And I stood up, and another guy, cousin that was going to Wichita Falls was like, "Hey, I'm going to Wichita Falls. You can ride with me." So I ended up driving most of the way. He sleep. and I pass through Atlanta, and I go through Alabama. I see Montgomery, Alabama. I'm like, man, let me pull over to this gas station. They got a town after me, Montgomery, Alabama. I'm gonna take you back there because I went back to that gas station when I went to prison. So in Montgomery, Alabama, that's why I was in prison at. But we're gonna get there.
Oh, wow.
So it came full circle. I passed through Montgomery, Alabama on the way to college, and I stopped off for that exit, Maxwell Prison Camp. I stopped at that exit right there to go to the gas station, and then I got back on the road. We went there, and that's how I went to college.
Wow. So, okay, all right. So tell me, far as college, so how long was you there?
I was there for 2 years, and then the coach, because I ran the World Junior record, he ended up getting a job at Arkansas. So when I got back there the next year,
he did left. A good job, huh?
Yeah. Well, I made him.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying.
Right. He wasn't known for like 100-meter sprinters. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up getting a sprinting coaching job at Arkansas, and I'm like, I kind of got attached to this guy. You know, like when you call a coach, when you get a coach right as an athlete, that becomes a figure or a friend to you because you got to trust everything he's telling you to do for you to be successful.
And he gave you a chance, though. He did do that, but
right. And then he just up and left me.
You was doing all kinds, like you was trying to give up.
Oh, I was done. You know what I'm saying? When I get tired of something, I'm done.
Yeah.
So I end up. So he ended up leaving, and so we was able to. And then Title IX came in, so I was able to figure out where I'm going to go next. So I'm in the dorm room, and one of the athletes is talking to Steve Riddick at Norfolk State. And I come in the room, he's like, hey, man, this man right here say we can all come to Norfolk State. I said, Norfolk State, what that at? He said, Virginia. I said, okay. He said, he'll bring us on a visit. Now, coming from Texas, where it's like two black girls on campus, and everybody walk around with cowboy boots on, and you got the football team, you got the basketball team, you got a track team, so you got all these black folks fighting over two girls. They wasn't even a 10. They was like a twos and a fews, but they were two.
So what you do though? Did you get any one of them, or you just said, man, I'm gonna mess with the bunny?
Oh,
I had to go through. I wasn't gonna go desert, so I had to get a bunny. I wasn't gonna go desert for a whole year.
Hey, listen. You know what you mean by desert?
I understand. Yep, I do.
So we call that desert balls. So man, I ain't going desert balls. So Norfolk State. So Norfolk State, here you come.
So I get to Norfolk State, right? We come on a visit. I'm like, God, where are the white folks at?
One time for Norfolk State,
whoa.
baby. One time for Norfolk State, baby.
Shout out Norfolk State.
I'm like,
behold the green and gold.
My co-host, she graduated from Norfolk State.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure
oh yeah, behold. What year were you?
Recently, 2023. I came in there early, but got out.
Oh, you better be glad you went when I was there. I had that place on lock. Listen. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the craziest thing, right? So when I broke the World Junior record, right? Mm-hmm. I ended up signing.
What year was that?
This was in 1994.
94, okay.
All right. So 95, I ended up signing with ASICS for a $575,000, right?
That was your first. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Because I love that talk. I love that talk right there. So was that your first check, or what was your first check? Like, what was your first check? Like,
my first check was races over there. Like they had like over the circuit. You know, like a artist they put on the show and they get paid for concerts and stuff. Well, track runners get paid like that, but back in the day, you get all cash. It was cash, no wires, no nothing, right? So I was getting like $6,000 a race. So I went over there and did about 5 or 6 races. So I came home with like 30 grand, somewhere around there, right?
And it's the first time making that kind of money, like.
I sold some. Over $10,000. You know, over $10,000. Yeah. I would say over $10,000. Yeah, most
Right,
albums
I'm
made
saying that before you came to Norfolk State and you got to Norfolk State and all that, and like that's.
Oh yeah. The most I ever made was like $2,000, $3,000. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
So Virginia piped you up. All right, come on.
Okay, so I didn't have the United States. I didn't know nothing over in Japan because it's overseas. So I'm on campus. Well, we get a place off campus. I had a place out at Virginia Beach.
You where?
A condo.
You remember the area?
Off over there where the old Captain George's was.
Laskin
Road. Off Laskin Road, right down there. Them condos right back there.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So,
you get the condo.
First I go get a Land Cruiser, right? I go get a 300 off the showroom floor, the 300Z. Then I got the Land Cruiser.
Freshman year?
I was already in school for 2 years out in Blinn. So now when I got to Norfolk State,
got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So all you gotta do is wash a girl some clothes or take it to IHOP. You good, right? So I'm like that down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I get there and they tell me about this guy named Peewee Kirkland. They was like, man, you remind us of Peewee Kirkland.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I was like, he Peewee Kirkland. And I found out who Peewee Kirkland was.
Who was Peewee Kirkland? For those who don't know,
Peewee Kirkland was the first person to sign a NBA contract. He turned it down for $175,000. So he said he made $175,000 a day. So Peewee Kirkland was a big time heroin dealer out of New York back in the era of Nicky Barnes and that was Peewee Kirkland. So Peewee Kirkland was at Norfolk State scoring like 50 points in the prison system. He scored 99 points in one game. I don't know if it's a legend or true or whatever. So Peewee Kirkland was that guy, and he went to Norfolk State.
And he also was in the Clipse. He was also in the Clipse grinding video.
Yeah, he was. And he had a Rolls Royce. He had a Rolls Royce. He had a Rolls Royce at Norfolk State.
Wow. So now, how you meet him and all that? So what's going? So
well, I didn't meet Peewee Kirkland until like 2001 when he got home. Somewhere around there at a game that Doughboy them came with and one game or something like that. I met him and he had heard about me around Norfolk State and stuff like that. So that's how I met him. But they was just telling about Peewee Kirkland, so I was just listening and going on. So now I'm at Norfolk State and I'm rolling around. I'm taking everybody to the club.
How are you doing? Because hold on, so I got to take you back now because I'm from Virginia. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I ain't coming to my own until late, right?
I know. Yeah.
But I'm a student of the game, and especially during that time when I'm 17, going to all the top clubs and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know how Virginia is. How are you able to do all this stuff that you're saying that you're doing? Because for the average person that's probably listening, they probably like, man, you ain't doing that in no Virginia. How was you able to just come in and just do that? Is it because you had money or like?
Yeah. So what happened was you had Pizzazz.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was 2 floors, right? Was that Pizzazz?
Yeah, Pizzazz.
Yeah, okay, you had Pizzazz, you had the Bronx, and you had the other club right there off of
Picasso's.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Was you around with Mr. Magics?
Mr. Magic. I don't remember Mr. Magic. And then you had Darren. Darren had the club.
Shadows.
Yeah, he had Shadows.
So Magics was before. No. Shadows and Magic was the same time, and then Shadows closed down. Then everybody started hanging in Mr. Magic. But then,
well, I was at Mr. Magic then. Yeah, I remember that's when Darren shut down Shadows. Yeah, I was there. So it was a lady named she sold Rolex watches. What her name was? She was around Norfolk State. Norma Jean. Norma. I don't know if you know Norma.
No.
Yeah.
Only person I knew from Norfolk State was Clifford McDowell with the mixtapes. Shout out to Cliff.
Cliff, 7-Eleven, Cliff.
Hip hop. One time for Cliff.
Yeah, that was Cliff. Yeah,
hip hop.
Yeah. So I'm at Norfolk State, right? So I go over to the car wash over there by 7-Eleven. The dude named, they call him Bookie LaShawn.
Did Jenny write a book or something?
Yeah.
I heard his book came out and somebody called me. I don't know if I was locked up or on the street, but somebody called me and said, "Hey man, somebody mentioned you in the book." I'm like, huh?
Yeah, he put me like I had power with you, but we're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
So I'm over there and people ain't never seen a track runner making money, so they automatically thought I was in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I brought the Land Cruiser through, I brought the Z through. They seeing me pull it through, so everybody think I got that yayo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You think you got it?
They think I got it. So
who are you? So you're hanging by yourself? You're hanging with other track runners? You're hanging with football
track
players?
runners? We track runners. We all green to the game. We could have got kidnapped. So I'm gonna get to that too. So we all running around, just kicking it, having fun with bread. We laser tag. I'm taking like 25 people to laser tag, paying for it $600. I hop paying for 30 girls. It's crazy. I'm just running through it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to the club because they introduced me to Darren, Bob of Broadway. So they starting to get to know me now. That's him. That's a track runner. And then '96 Olympics, I end up getting getting a silver medal 4x1. You know what I'm saying? So they really put my name out there around like this. That's that superstar from Norfolk State. So I'm moving all around the clubs and stuff.
So now you never been tried? Anybody never try you? Because what come with that is people trying you because they thinking that you're in the street. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we know how Norfolk State, you in Shock City. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't never come across no trouble. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna get to that. So I'm gonna get to that, right? So then '96, so '97 come around, and I take a bronze medal at World Championship. I signed another contract because I went. It was 3 years later, somewhere around there, and I signed another contract for like $950,000.
Damn, you got that bag round here.
Yeah. So now I go buy a house out in Chesapeake. You remember the house out in Chesapeake I bought?
Was that Riverwalk?
Crescent.
Yeah. I know coming in, but we'll get to that when we.
Okay. So I'm in the club, right? So this dude named Kenny Speed.
Oh.
He come right. This is my first try right here, right?
Kenny Speed.
Come up to.
Hold on. All right, so Kenny Speed, for those, I know a lot of folks don't know. You got a lot of people who probably tune in who do know, but you really have to really know, right? He's like the boogeyman of back in the day. Kenny Speed was one of the ones who used to terrorize. I'm talking about people like I used to hear stories from him being in Virginia Beach. He's from Norfolk, old head, and I used to hear how he used to burn. Man, listen, he used to do so much crazy stuff that like people was actually scared of him.
Oh, they were terrified. He tied a dude up to a tree. I mean,
I heard he burnt somebody in the house. He did all kind of stuff.
He took a hanger. He ran inside his dude's crib to go get some money, and his girl was there. He took a hanger and put it inside of it and twist the insides out of it. That's what he got life for. So I run into Kenny Speed at Broadway, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking at me. I got the jewels on. I got everything on.
And you already heard who he was?
No, I know nothing about the guy, right?
Okay.
I know nothing about the guy.
Okay.
So boom. So I got all the track guys staying at my crib.
Mm-hmm.
I you know what I'm saying? I got them all staying at the crib. And so he ended up following me home.
How you know this?
I'm gonna tell you the story, right? it's my story to tell, right? So he ended up following me home.
Mm-hmm.
No, you know what? No, we picked some strippers up.
Mm-hmm.
The strippers told Kenny Speed where I stayed at. He ended up coming by the house, looking at the house, scoping it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only problem he had is there was too many guys in there, so he needed help.
Mm.
So he went to go recruit Ernest Wallace, Shampoo.
Who? Shampoo.
Kenny Speed went to go recruit Ernest Wallace, Shampoo.
We miss you, Shampoo, and your grams.
We miss your grams too. Yeah. So he ended up recruiting Shampoo, and so Shampoo was like, okay, yeah, we'll do that. So I was at IHOP one night, and Shampoo pulled up, and he came inside and said, hey, let me holler at you. I'm like, who you? He was like, my name's Shampoo. And I was like, okay, what's going on? He was like, I need to tell you something, homie. He said, I'm gonna give you some game. This guy named Kenny Speed. I said, I think I met him at Broadway. He said, yeah, he done scoped out where you lived at, and he trying to do something to you. And he wanted me to do something to you too. And I'm like, well, why are you helping me out? He's like, listen, I done did my homework. You not in that life, okay? And I need you.
Shampoo already knew it.
Oh, right.
Pooh already knew it. Yo, I can benefit with him. More than I can benefit with.
with Kenny Speed, he said, I need you.
Mm-hmm.
He said, out here, you gonna be a wolf or you gonna be a sheep.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, you a sheep and you ain't got a wolf. He said, I'm gonna be that wolf for you. So I'm like, damn.
What did him being the wolf for you entails? Like, he gonna hold you down.
So he don't sleep, right? He don't sleep because he a wolf, so he sleep during the day. And he only sleep through the day, he stay up at night. Like he'll sit in his car and just watch all night long. At his house twice, he's shooting the guns, let you know he got fire in that house. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So him being the wolf, he gonna sit in the crib with that fire. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's crazy because Shampoo, just to Shampoo was the one who, just for the audience, Shampoo was the one who the Clipse mentioned in Virginia. But the line that I just said, he it's just funny because he's connected to a whole lot of guys who I grew up with in different areas. You know what I'm saying? Like on two different sides. Like he's came to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? He was a good guy, but he was a bad guy. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that, if he mess with you, he mess with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Outside of that right there, he didn't play no games. You know what I mean?
He didn't play no games. No.
And it's crazy. Quick thing. When I did finally come into my own, right, and I met Shampoo and I was around Shampoo because it was once upon a time where I actually came and dealt with him and came and got some work from him, and that's because my connect ain't had nothing. So that was the only person that I know I'll go to and grab something with. Even though he used to sit, you already know he's had to.
No, he wasn't loaded like that. No,
yeah,
no.
So, but it's crazy because he used to try to convince me to get my connect. Hey man, come on, to try to set my connect up. And I used to be like, bro, why am I gonna do that? And then we both out back. You know what I'm saying? But like
he was a fisherman. He taught me how to fish too, right? So he went to Kenny Speed and he brought me with him. He said, hey, he off limits on me. He's like, he don't he run track, and Kenny was like, "You run track? You make that type of money running track? You can buy that?" I said, "Yeah, I run track." Blah blah blah. Right. So now I got two wolves. Right. I got two wolves now. I got Kenny C, and I got Shampoo. Right.
Dang, you got two warriors.
I mean, wolves. I mean, I 7 cities never had a problem. You know this, bro. You ain't never heard me have a problem with no beef, no nothing.
No.
Never. And I travel. I can go over to Hampton Roads, Suffolk, Fort Smith, everywhere.
Yeah.
I ain't never had a problem where I've been at someone in the streets in Virginia, period. Yeah. Right? So I had two wolves. So with Shampoo, it was like, you got the cars, we going to New York. And we go to New York with the cars. And we go over there and somebody say, "Hey, Poppy, you know, what y'all want, Poppy?" So Shampoo be like, "No." So I had the bread. So the dude, we go there, we already got the bread to spin it.
Hold on. So I got to take you back. So now you got two wolves with you, and now all of a sudden they didn't talk you into going buy some work. You into going buy work.
Hey,
like what?
Hey, that's one thing about when you got wolves, you got to feed them.
But that's a fact. That's a fact, especially them two that they want to eat.
Right. So a wolf, he can't get to no real money because ain't nobody gonna give him no work because they're afraid that he ain't gonna never pay.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to be a sheep that a person know that if I give it to him, you know what I'm saying, it's business, right?
Yeah.
But a gunman ain't gonna never be a real time hustler because it ain't gonna happen that way, right?
Yeah.
So they needed the vehicles to get them in New York to even want to mess with them, right?
Yeah.
And then we have to make it to where we moving it so fast that now you just gonna come in front because you don't want to keep stay on that turnpike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So they gonna get tired of going that turnpike. Like, no, you just keep. Y'all been good, and they take the head off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you basically going to go fund it.
I'm going to fund it, and I'm having fun because it's like a show that I'm seeing on TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we going. They done took me to DC, buying a Rolex. They done introduced. I mean, I was a duckhead Tommy Hilfiger, Carolina, right?
Yeah.
I ain't heard.
The
audio.
His audio went out.
Hey, can you hear us? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I hear you now.
Yeah. Now, I'm sorry. Now they got me in a whole nother world, right? Mm-hmm. They got me in a world to where it's like, man, this is crazy, right? And so I had money that I had to go get from the bank. It's a different type of money when it's straight cash on the flow. That becomes addictive.
But let me ask you. But let me ask you this though: was you just buying the work and letting them just rock, or they was bringing you back what you paid for and they kept the profit? Like
they give me my money back and they slide me some, but I wasn't even caring about that, right?
Yeah,
because
you had bread, you get $900,000 checks,
and I had bread. And I felt like we became cool.
Yeah. I got you.
So anytime they needed money or any like form of funds, you would be the one that they would go to first.
Well, in the beginning, but then they hit a dude for like 11 joints, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now they got their own bread to go. But the only thing about food, they couldn't go buy vehicles.
Well, why they can't go buy vehicles? Oh, they can't
go buy a Mercedes for Mercedes, right? The CLK was probably about $50,000.
Oh yeah,
60,000. So I'm sending a red flag. So I'll go put it in my name and put down 30,000. You see what I'm
saying? Gotcha.
So now we got 6 or 7 vehicles.
Because I remember when I first met you, the first time I came to your house. I think it was a fight party.
Oh, yeah, we had a big old party. Yes. Okay.
You had a fight party, and they were like, "Yo, we going to this dude Tim house. He's a track runner. This and that." I'm like, "Track runner?" But like, yeah, but he hang with Pooh, right? I'm like, he hang with Pooh. And then I used to see the cars and stuff y'all was riding in, and I remember Pooh had the white
CLK.
The white CLK. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right. And I knew what Pooh was doing. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, where's all this really like coming from? You know what I mean? But I know Pooh is the one who will catch a lick and, you know what I mean, and be up. You know what I mean? But, you know, so then when I found out that you was the one, I'm like, all right, cool. First day, you know, when I get in there, I look at your wrist. And you had a tic-tac-toe watch on.
Yeah, Cartier, yeah.
And the reason why I remember that because I left that party that day. And you already know it. You already know what I went and did.
Oh, you copped you one? Oh, what? That's right.
What?
That's right.
I just got chill, nigga. Hey, look. And,
that's right.
And Major Figures had a song out too that said tic-tac-toe. The song or whatever. So in that song, and then I said, you got it. I was like, man, I got to go get me one. So I went and got me one. So, you know, I already felt right then and there. You already know how that is. When niggas could go get a watch, the same watch that you see that everybody already saying, yo, this nigga $1 million, you know, this and that. And then I go get it. So now I feel like I'm on the same type level. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, they introduced me to that. I was like, I'm going to get the tic-tac-toe. You know what I'm saying? We just rolling, right? And then we ran into some difficulties, right? Because Ice, guy named Ice, they was hustling out of Norfolk State chemist class. In the chemist department, he had them making something called the original. It was quit putting quinine and stuff in hair run. And I got cool with Ice because the professor at Norfolk State, just because I was still running track. I'm doing all this stuff, just running track, right? And so Ice had it out for Shampoo. So I had to make a sit down for them. It's crazy.
Hold on. So, when you get time to like train and like, did you train? Did you do all that? Or
man, it's crazy, man.
Was you doing any drugs? Was you drinking? Was you smoking?
Oh, I was smoking, drinking. Hey, listen, I was a rock star, track star. I mean, listen, I could have been Usain Bolt 10 times. 10 times. 10 times. It was not one night I was not up to 3 a.m. in the morning, and it's crazy. I listen, when I look back, I really, 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 really blew my gift. Blew it.
So
blew it.
But would you consider yourself, you know, now, how like you said, when you first came around and people saw you with, you know, you had the cars, you had the money, but now you actually with the guys, you know, they hustling, they selling work. Would you consider yourself at the time a drug dealer?
No, not then. Not then.
So
no.
You consider yourself a drug dealer?
I was just someone, because I wasn't selling them. Period. You see what I'm saying? So I was.
You funding it?
I didn't even look at it that way.
Yeah.
I looked at them as I let them borrow some money. They brought my money back and they gave me some chips off top. You see what I'm saying? I ain't looking at it in the way that we're looking at it now. But when you look back at it, yes, I was a drug dealer.
Yeah. So you out partying, doing all that, going crazy. You know what I mean? Like I said, I came to the party. I seen what y'all was doing. Everything is like turned up and is like everybody know. And at this time, the Clipse is just trying to, go get their deals and stuff, and you out there doing what you doing, y'all name ringing, and it was like all of us end up forming and pretty much coming together. But before we did that right there and got going, right at your peak and all that was going on, right after me leaving that party and stuff, I don't remember Kenny Speed being around. And then
he got locked up. Kenny Speed got so after that party right there, Kenny Speed got picked up.
Mm-hmm.
So why?
So how did he? So now, because you said earlier why he got picked up, right?
Right.
For what he did. So why was he still doing all ready to go do that, and he making all this money? It was just in him.
So, right. Was he when it's in you, he's a pit bull. It's hard to rehabilitate a pit bull. Okay. So what you do when they see a dog is what it's known to do. But Kenny, they already had a pending case on Kenny Speed. They also had a case going on Shampoo, right, for a murder. So Kenny Speed was going through his case, and they just happened to get all the evidence and pick him up, and he ain't never seen home no more. You know, and they blind him in the prison. They threw bleach in his eyes.
I heard he was going blind, so somebody threw bleach in his eyes.
They threw bleach in his eyes and stuff. No. So Kenny Speed is he was over here. Yeah, because they were getting checks from Timberland. They were paying them to keep dudes off of. Tim was paying Shampoo and Kenny Speed checks, $4,300 a month.
Tim who?
Timberland.
You mean?
Yeah.
What?
I cashed the check.
Oh
wow.
Shit.
Wow.
Extortion was real in the streets. Don't get it twisted now.
Wow. Hey, listen, and it's so crazy. I didn't know that. You know what I mean? Because it's crazy because, because I know that Pharrell definitely was never going to get, because he had too many, you know what I mean? Too many, and then, he even had Shampoo too, you know what I mean? So it was too many around that, you know what I mean?
That's what they did. They extorted rappers. Like I met pushing them just rapping, being out there in Hampton, just rapping. They used to come around who like, yo, I need to see y'all rap. They just be rapping. And then Pharrell came over to the house, him and Chad. I was gonna give them some money because they had did Rough Shake or something like that. They needed $18,000, right? I was like, man, I don't know nothing about no music. I should have gave that $18,000, boy. I'm hate myself now.
You had a better investment than getting it to them instead of getting it to Pooh and
Hey, but listen, I ain't never heard him. I heard he was in the band over there. You know what I'm saying? He did Rump Shake. I didn't even know what Rump Shaker was for real. Yeah. I was with Teddy. Listen, I was in the studio with Teddy. I was everywhere. Seafood, Teddy's bodyguard.
Ted.
Who had all of them.
You was with Ted back then too? I ain't know.
Yeah, we had. Listen, who had everybody? So Seafood, karate guy for Teddy.
Shout out Seafood.
We was all together. Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, because like I say, man, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, because that's when I came up, and then y'all was doing y'all, and it was like, the guys caught the deal. Even right before the deal, it's like we, Doughboy and them with us. Like, man, we really had the streets then. It was crazy. It was real crazy.
So all that went on, and so I went off the World Championships in 1999, and Pooh wanted to go to Howard Homecoming, and I just got back in town. And so I was like, man, I'm tired. I was like, yo, tell them girls from DC just to come down here. And so we brought them down from DC, and we missed Howard Homecoming. And we was out. In my phone, I had a Nextel. No, I didn't have a Nextel. I had a wooden phone, and I had put it in the back of the Mercedes in the where you put the papers and stuff, had pressed talk. And my girl was in the car with all these other girls, right? So she called and was like, yo, who you in the car with? I said, what are you talking about? I said, we're in the club. And so it all got messed up. So I had to play makeup the next day, and when Shampoo was supposed to come pick me up. And so I was like, yo, man, I can't even get out tonight, bro. You got to go by yourself. And he was like, all right. So he left the next morning. His wife called me and was like, hey, tell him he don't need to come home. I was like, he didn't come home? So he always go home. I was like, he didn't go home. He said, nah. So I hit his phone, nothing. And she called me back, was like, the car is on the news. It's on the news. I'm like, what? So I'm thinking it's the white CLK that's in my name, and they found him dead in the white CLK. So I'm like, yeah. And so I rush home. By the time I get home, the FBI's at my house. Me in. And so, because I had a registered 9mm, that's what it was, yeah. And so they take me in and question me, but he wasn't shot with a 9. So
but
my man gone.
Because the phone records, because you talked to him and all that stuff before he was going where he going and all that. So they got the history of seeing y'all talk and all that.
Yeah.
And so now, oh man, yeah. So I didn't know you was even going into that right then and there. That shit just brought me back. I just remember just seeing the count of the news. So when you saw the count of the news, I mean, so you didn't see it. She's talking to you.
She talking to me, and so I go, and I look at the news, and it's the black Honda he drove. I'm like, oh God. And so before that, right? Before that, we at Sweet Pea Whitaker's house, and he said,
rest in peace, Sweet Pea.
Oh yeah, we at Sweet Pea Whitaker's house. I said, hey man, what you think? You think we can get one of these? I said, this house right here probably worth about 1.5, and my house was worth $375. I paid for it, right? And so, Sweet Pea, I said, you got it like that? He said, boy, I just got somebody big, right? I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, but he said I may have to go to DC for a while. I'm like, I might have to go away for about 2 years. You know what I'm saying? But all the pictures, I went and cut Cancun. He gave me this big old box of pictures when he was in Cancun and everything like that. All this stuff. He said, yo, I'm going to give you this, that, and the third. While I'm in there, you take care of everything on the outside. Send me pictures, blah, blah, blah. Because I guess he had already get ready to go in.
Ready to go in to do a sentence, to do a bit?
Yeah, I think he was already with the people, man.
So he probably went and talked to the people already.
Yeah. He already had, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So he was like, yeah, when I call you, I don't care what time it is, go kick the door. If you don't answer the phone, go kick the door open, do whatever, man. But, you've been a real friend to me, man. And that was prior before he got killed, right? And so then when he got killed, they found out that his lawyer was working for ICE. Also.
So you saying ICE? You talking about the ICE that's going around chasing the Mexicans and all that?
No, man.
Oh.
ICE. Remember I told you?
Ain't that who ICE is?
Yeah, but he's talking about somebody else.
Remember I told you ICE was the guy that was doing all the heroin that was doing the Norfolk State. I had him sit down and everything.
Yeah.
So Bill Robinson.
ICE messing with that. ICE messing with that.
Yeah, don't get picked up. But yeah, ICE had got Bill Robinson told ICE that I guess who had did a proffer, and so they get him execution style, tortured him and everything, and so that really brought light to me about, dude, you playing cops and robbers, drug dealers, you ain't. So I didn't know what was going on in the town, you know what I'm saying? So I packed up. I was like, man, I got to get out of here. So I seen Marion Jones in 1999 win 100 meters and 200 meters. So I was like,
hold on. So they never did they never accuse anyone of Shampoo murder?
Well, they got a story out. They got a story out that.
But it's just a theory. Because I don't
theory.
It's a theory.
Yeah, it's a theory. Theory.
I only want to talk about no
theory. Yeah, theory. Only fact.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about no
I'm
theory.
with you. So
right.
yeah, serious. So yeah. So we.
You said Marion Jones.
So now I'm like, man, I don't know what's going on. I may be next, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I pack up everything. I was like, I said, Marion Jones, she trains in North Carolina. She trains in North Carolina, and Virginia's right here, so I could still hop to Virginia, get down to North Carolina and do some training. So I got with her coach, and I moved to North Carolina and started training for real, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I got down there, I had never been introduced to no.
Hey, I have to ask you this though, right? I have to ask you this,
okay.
And this is a real one because I already know, because this is a big interview with me and you on here,
okay.
like I'm telling you, and I know from just questions and stuff, or just me hearing stuff, you know, because I heard, you know, I want to clear stuff up that I know I heard people out there just holler about and the whole night, especially when it came to Pooh and all that, and I just wanted to give you just a glance to chill up and say yes, rumor, no, or whatever it is. But it was a lot of stuff. It was a lot of stuff in the street that said when Pooh did, you know, pass, that you had started messing with his girl. That you and her, y'all was in a relationship, y'all was in love, but on top of that, the one thing that just sounded real crazy was, and you got all his money. And I'm sitting there like, well, he the one who got the money, but whatever. You know, people just make all kinds of things up. So that's just one of the things I just want to just have you clear it up. I mean, even if so, you know what I'm saying? I just, you know, because that's just one of the things that's always been around ever since, you know, Pooh had passed.
Okay. When you dealing with your man and he has a wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you step in to help the wife out,
mm-hmm.
It becomes a connection because she look at you like, okay, he's gone, you up next. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But we deaded it. Nothing happened. Never kissed her. Never nothing.
Yeah. And was that his wife or that was his girl?
That's his wife.
His wife.
Nisha was his wife.
Okay.
Yeah, they had been together for like 7 years, something like that. That was his wife.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and so it just wasn't worth the loophole in the street that was going to happen. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was just straight help, and I moved to Raleigh.
Yeah.
That was it. And then she got married. She got married like maybe a year after he died.
Gotcha.
So no, it was just we was together planning for the funeral. We was together trying to figure out her new life, trying to figure out where the money was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so,
but that's what it was though. It was like it all come back to me, and like I said, I don't even mean to laugh about this. I'm only laughing because it's, you know, I just remember hearing like this crazy stuff. It was like, yeah, you over there standing there waiting to try to get the money. I'm saying like, so what y'all saying? When he broke now and he just trying to just find this money, like what is going on? You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? It was,
hey, but we know the man didn't have no money like that. He ain't never had no. He ain't never been a plug. He ain't never been a real. Yeah. He was a showman. Yeah. He get 10, he spend 10. He get 20, he spend 20. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was so.
Yeah, but I still want to just say, man, you know, we still miss you, Shampoo. You know what I mean? Like,
all day.
He was one of them ones, man. He had a big family. He had a big heart. If he rocked with you, he rocked with you, man. One time for Pooh, and we're gonna move on. You know, with that.
100%. Rest in peace, my dude. Always. But so I left Virginia and I went down to Raleigh.
So you was on the mission to go hit Marion Jones, though? I mean, I'm talking about I'm going right there.
Way. She didn't,
because she was like that though. She was back. What? That thing was
right, because that's what made it easier for me. Mm-hmm. It made it easier for me because Marion was the female runner. So I said, if our coach can turn a female like that, he can do a male. But that's not always true. Mm-hmm. You know, because we two different type of body structure, body strength, and everything. So it took him some time to figure out the male part of the training also, right? Mm-hmm. So when I got there, it was she didn't want me in the group. She called me a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Because Sports Illustrated did a big thing about me and Shampoo, and
it did.
And, yeah, they called me the Teflon Don. You know, all type of stuff.
I don't remember none of that. I was in my own world.
You gotta go look it up. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. You know, because Pooh had beat a murder charge.
Mm-hmm.
And my name had got brought into it and everything. So it was just I felt like I was a criminal, but I was a little criminal. But
and she was calling you out. So she calling you out.
That I was gonna be nothing but bad news to the group, which is about right. But so when I got down there, you know, they introduced me to a whole different life, yo. You know, I wasn't going out. I was going training. I went to GNC. I'm doing everything right.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I'm doing everything right, the streets find a way to pull me back in. But listen, I'm doing everything right. I end up getting introduced to steroids down there in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And I got with this guy out of Laredo, Texas, Memo. So I go over there. His daddy is a veterinarian over there in Mexico.
So is the whole group the whole group being introduced to him to this, or just you?
The group, the whole. I'm just saying I got introduced. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing but talk about what I don't know. I didn't give them the steroids, so I don't know what they was doing.
I got you.
I got introduced, okay?
Got you.
So I got introduced, and I said yes to it. You know, I had all the opportunity to say no, because I thought everybody was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is how they running fast. This is how they stand on top. And so
Tim, look. So Pete, this though, because I always wanted to ask you this real quick. When it comes to steroids, right, and the Olympics and all that, and running, right? Because I see everybody have their time.
Mm-hmm.
Do that be planned? Like saying, yo, it's gonna be you now, so you can go ahead and take this. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna take it. I'm gonna lay off it. You can go ahead and win. You know what I mean? But the next 4 years when it come around, it's gonna be my time. You know what I mean? Because I look at it like, if everybody taking steroids, who gonna win? Like, it's just, you know what I mean? So is it structured in a way, or what?
No, it's because everybody, if you wasn't on steroids, someone would still be a winner and someone would still be a loser, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
gotcha.
You can have cars with the same amount of motor power, but if you got out first, you just hold off the other car. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we got.
Yes, we got. Some people got good starts. Some people got good finishes. You know, It's about putting your race together. And steroids is basically a male steroids is around at the high 800, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you get on steroids, you may take it up to 2,000. A bodybuilder may take his up to 4,000.
Damn.
You feel what I'm saying? That's why they look unhuman.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
They look unhuman, but there's a lot of damage that come with that because you got liver, you got kidneys, but no one's thinking about the damage. The same way in the streets, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't know about conspiracy. I didn't know about I was saying cat and mouse. You know what I'm saying?
But before we get into that though, because I want to hear more about Marion Jones. We ain't getting off Marion. We ain't getting off Marion. Hey, Marion. Listen, but just real quick. So, because you got babies by, right? You got kids by? You had kids by?
We got a son. We got a son.
A son? How old?
He is 24.
He's a junior, right?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I ain't even know that. See what she do? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I didn't know that. So she was talking about you're a criminal, all that.
Right.
So how did you bag her? How did you get there? Like that's.
I'm gonna tell you, it's the same way when a person is at his lowest. Mm-hmm. It just takes the right person to be around him. So
that's true. Damn, I'm at my lowest right now, baby. I need somebody to stay back. Go ahead.
So when a person is their lowest, it just takes the right person at the right moment to be around. So 2000, TJ ended up getting suspended for steroids, her husband.
Oh yeah, that was the big dude used to throw the
Yeah, shot put.
Yeah. He passed.
Yeah. So,
I don't want to say that.
Yes, he did. He did pass.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yep.
Rest in peace. So, CJ, I guess, didn't tell her that he had got popped and went to the Olympic Games, so she felt like he lied to her, kept something from her. So they end up getting divorced, right?
All from a lie?
That'll happen now.
Oh, yeah, no, trust me.
But still, she's making probably $3 million a year and endorsements saying if you still around him, still gonna be a stain on you. You know what I'm saying?
All about the brand. All about the brand.
All about the brand. There we go.
Everything about the brand.
There we go.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So now we don't even talk at practice. We don't even practice at the same time. Mm-hmm. So we somehow get first class going to Rome, and we happen to get the seat side by side.
Mm-hmm. Next to the
so here we go. So we in mid-flight, and she say, why you don't never talk to me? And I'm like, come on. I said, I heard that you didn't stand ovation. Stand ovation, right? Stand ovation.
Yeah.
So he say, why you don't never talk to me? And I'm like, I heard that you didn't want me in the group. He's like, who told you that? I said, your coach. Like, I ain't never say that. So we just
you even talk you the way you was talking, you sounded just like that too, Dan. You
better say, hey, she's sitting right beside me right now. We on that flight. Listen. So he was like, I didn't say that. So we just started talking. I told her about my background. She told me about her background, what she's about, everything like that. So we end up landing. I end up going to the room, and it's about 2 a.m. We got jet lag, and my phone rang. And I'm like, hello? She's like, this Marion. I said, what's going on? She's like, you want to come down here and finish that conversation? Before I jumped on the ground.
2 a.m?
I got me a quick 100 push-ups in right quick. Got that chest. Whoa! Got pumped up quick.
Fellas, every man needs confidence. I keep my confidence because I'm on that Mandingo.store. That's what I do. He got that male enhancement supplements. Rocking off.
Do that stuff really work, huh?
I'm telling you, I'm gonna put your man on.
I need it.
I'm telling you. Listen, you gonna do that, and when I tell you, you can be paying for his haircuts. You can ask him, do he need gas in his car? It's official. Mandingo.store. What?
Got pumped up quick. Went right down there.
I need a bomb. I need a bomb instead of a clapping joint on that. I need a bomb for that one. What? And was in love ever since.
Well, not really love for me. It was like I jumped down there, and then we was like, "Damn, we ain't got no protection, but we in Rome. I ain't got no 7-Eleven around here. Don't worry, I got us. Don't you worry, I got us. I'm making a baby."
That's when Tim Jr. was born?
Yes.
From a flight?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. From why you don't talk to me? Ooh. Wow. She wasn't ready for that. God dang.
No,
she ain't even know it.
It was aggressive.
Oh man. So did y'all continue like a
No, so after that, me, I talk too much. So I go out to the track the next day. I tell my coach, I'm like, I hit your girl.
Oh
go
my
back
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Come on, Tim.
You was the first T-app. What? Oh my God.
So he with the coach.
So give it to him. Wow.
Hey, but listen, this guy right here, me and this guy together all the time. We went to Laredo together. I keep his kids. I'm in his house. I didn't know he wanted her too.
You should have known that. You should have known that.
This man older than us, coach, man.
Hey, old folks need love too.
Hello.
Shoot, you see this gray?
And he married and happy. I ain't know he was doing all that.
Oh, he all that. Oh, he in the way. He in the way.
Oh.
Right. So he go back and tell her. So
mess you up.
after the track meet, I'm waiting for my phone to ring again. So finish it up, right? It never rained. Never rained.
Episode.
So I land in
desert balls.
Yeah. Oh no.
He
right.
left something behind, baby. He left something
Oh,
behind.
yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah.
He did.
No, I'm Tim Montgomery. I ain't gonna go there. I'm that dude over there now, boy. I'm free.
So did y'all continue or y'all?
No. So 2 weeks passed. I ain't heard from him.
Dang.
And he found out why I stayed and knocked on the door. Tink, 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 tink. I must have left a stain, boy. Huh? So from that point in, she knocked on the door 2 weeks later and she moved in with me.
Oh wow. Wow. So when she knocked on the door, she was coming to tell you she was pregnant?
No, she didn't even know. So she knocked on the door and because the coach went back to her and told her, hey, y'all got to end this, because he says it's only going to end bad, which I understand where he's coming from now, right? Mm-hmm. He's like, if y'all break up, he on the track, I got to make a choice, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got it. And so she felt like he tried her. So we fired him.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So, yeah, she gave her career up. She gave her career up. I gave mine up to chase love. You know what I'm saying? You see how that ended. But listen. Right. So we moved in together. We had to go find a new trainer. He ended up turning in the clear, the steroid, undetected steroid. He ended up turning it in.
Oh, this same coach?
Yeah, he the one turned it in. They had no clue. He the one turned it in.
Wow. So he turned it in because of the box.
Yeah, man.
It's always the box. It's always the box. Yeah, but it's always got something to do with the box. The box is connected to what? What is the box connected to?
Eve. It's always from the Bible, from the apple. Eve.
Hey, so, oh man, so far as track, after that, where was you in that point of life? Yeah.
Right then, in track, I just broke the world record. I broke the world record, so I'm Tim Montgomery. I'm that guy, right? And we together, and then we get a knock on the door from USADA saying we got to come to court because they have rated BALCO and all this other stuff. Now, she got to choose because they was wanting her, right? And they tried to come through me. They had to take me down to be a first athlete not to have a positive drug test in hand, because you can have a positive test, they have an A sample and a B sample, and the B sample come back negative, but the A sample came back positive, you clear. So we thinking they ain't got no sample, right? Mm-hmm. They ain't got no sample. So I'm spent like $275 on attorneys and everything else. And so we wasn't going against a real court. We were going against some kangaroo shit, right? So Bush was in the office, which Bush used to own the Texas Rangers. And as a baseball owner, you know what the athletes are doing, right? Mm-hmm. But since he went over and invaded Afghanistan and didn't find any weapons of mass destruction, he had to bring some news up. And what news was out here? Bringing out athletes. Distraction. So they about ruined the whole sport of baseball. They try to go into football. Football stopped them. Was like, no, you ain't coming over here. But track and field, they just took it too far. That's why you don't hear a whole lot of big time names go down track and field no more, because they almost destroyed the sport, right? Yeah. It's just like everything else. You got to let the cartel in a little bit, Yeah. It's just give and take. So I end up Marion had to make a choice because I ended up getting suspended. And so she had thing that she did with me with CJ to keep her a Nike endorsement, you know? And so we end up breaking up. She ended up being pregnant. We had the child. It didn't work out. And so I'm sitting here at the house and I got suspended. And then a lady from Water that was working over in Switzerland sent a letter to my attorney saying that the guy that was working on the panel is part of Water, so he shouldn't have been working on the panel. It was a conflict of interest, right? So I filed for that right there, and they say you gotta go to Switzerland. It's gonna cost you $350,000, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna make $350. I'm gonna make $350. So I say, okay, you know what? Let me go back to what Shampoo taught me, how to fish, right? So I head back to Virginia.
Because you was in Raleigh, right? Because you used to use in Raleigh.
I was in Raleigh. So I headed back to Virginia, and I started messing with coke. Dudes started losing because they don't make a lot of money in coke, right? But I, because I wasn't never dealing with it. I just seen what they would bring me back. But they was taking more than they was selling. You know what I'm saying? They were getting free money. But when you got to turn in money and bring back and get profit, that's a Fortune 500 company.
Whole different
ball game now. Yeah, you got to be a businessman.
Ready for.
Right, and not just that. I ain't got no more wolves.
True. That's true.
So I ain't got my wolves are gone, right? So if I get somebody something, they run off. They gotta know that something can happen to them.
Yeah.
Right. So I got to go recruit.
Mm-hmm.
And so, couple of Shampoo guys, his friends, buddies that was with him, they connected with me, and we started going there. And I was like, man, this coke ain't no good. So somebody was like, I went to Chicago and got with some guys, and they showed me about some heroin. I was like, oh, you can take one, turn it into the two, turn it into three. If somebody lose one, you still got three left. Oh, we come back doing this, right? Came back in the streets and came back with the heroin game. And I'm sitting in the nightclub, bought a nightclub, and I end up introduced to Jeezy to be a partner in the nightclub.
So before we get in,
hey, listen, let me tell you how I went to jail.
Hold on. Before we get in there right there. So you came back. Back and hopped into.
Hold up. No. Let's go deep in there. Let's go. Hold up. Let me start over. Ain't all the way how I came back. Okay. So after me and Marion broke up, I got suspended. I ain't trying to come out the house. I'm in deep depression.
Mm-hmm.
And my man come get me and say, hey man, we going to go see Jeezy, BMF. And I'm like,
the other Jeezy.
Yeah, the other Jeezy.
Gotcha.
He was 2000. It was 2004. At was it Platinum?
So
2004. His release party when he had sold so many albums, right? So we pulled up in Meach. We went to the hotel, the Intercontinental. I remember like yesterday.
That was my.
We go in there, Intercontinental, right there. We go in there, and the guy that's working the back desk ran track at Georgia Tech. And he was like, "Oh man, Tim Montgomery, boom, 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 boom," right?
Mm-hmm.
So my guy had known Meach. So Meach, they had ran out of rooms and didn't have no more rooms for Meach them. And so I ended up getting Meach 2 rooms. And Meach was like, if I can't get no room, you can get the rooms. I need to know you. So me and him talked a little bit, and then we went to the party. And I'm watching, he gave Jeezy all this money, this big old bale of money. I'm watching, I'm like, God, they got cars, they got roses, they got everything. I'm like, this is crazy. And so we go to the club, and this dude put 20 grand, get to me. Like, spend this, throw that. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He said, whatever we bring out, we don't take nothing back home. We take enough money to get something to eat, but we throw it all out here. We leaving it out here in the club. I'm like, not me. I'm trying to collect this. What? Me? I'm gonna pick up what you throw.
Put that whole dub in my pocket.
I'm trying to get to this 375 so I can run track again. That's my goal. It was always like the Letterman jacket. I have goals to try to attain something. Yeah. So I was trying to attain this 375, and I ended up in this big old world of BMF. And I'm like, okay, so now I'm in the coke game, messing up, not making money, losing money. So I try to go into the nightclub game. So I'm doing the nightclub thing, and that thing right there is not pumping like it's supposed to pump. And then her name introduced me to Jeezy, and he does promotion for parties. I'm like, that'd be a good look. That'd be a good look right there. Mm-hmm. So go ahead, Jeezy. What you get ready to say?
So you were saying, so you was taking the little L's in the coke, and you went and you started messing with the boy, start messing with the H. It was a whole nother thing. So you was out in Norfolk or Portsmouth?
Well, when I came back, I was in Portsmouth a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. But I ain't know nothing about it that much. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I would buy it. I didn't know how to mix it. I didn't know how to make it hard. I didn't know anything.
Because you would think that you would because you used to hang with Pooh, and Pooh knew.
But I never seen it. I never. He had a pill house, but where they make him and put him in pills. But I never seen it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never really seen the work.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
I never seen it, looked at it, knew nothing about the work. I just seen the money part.
Yeah, exactly. So you came. So by this time, I end up hopping back in the game during this time when I end up getting a call from somebody who very, very, very close to me. You know, somebody who did to me. You know what I mean? That's my soldier. You know what I mean? Which was Ashley. You know.
Okay.
You know, Ashley was I met Ashley for the Beach House days. You know, when I started doing the shows and all that stuff from Shadows. Because, you know, okay. Shadows is when me and Big Easy did our first big show. We did Timberland, Pharrell, and Teddy Riley. We ain't had to pay them nothing. We even told them, y'all ain't got to show up. Just let us use the name. And I don't think neither one of them came either, but we used the name, and that jank was like flooded. You know what I mean? And I think we took off from there. So then we end up catching a couple more spots, but then we end up getting introduced to Ashley down at the Beach House. She gave us Thursday nights, and then that's when we really like went crazy. You know what I'm saying? So now fast forward, she was still doing the club stuff and all that, and I remember her calling me, and she said, "Hey, I'm doing this club over here called Encore," and she says, you know this guy named Tim and this other guy named James. She said, you remember Tim, right? And I'm like, yeah. I know Tim. And she said, yeah. So I'm asking her, well, what kind of action they got going over there? Like, you know, what's going on? So she was like, well, they had, the biggest part I think they had was Allen Iverson. Y'all had an AI party. It was like an all-white party or something. Something like that. And she was like, yeah. So she was like, but, you know, want to set a meeting up with you. But the whole time I'm like, but dang, I know who you was, you know what I mean? But like I said, me and you was cool. We always had like a connection, you know what I mean? From this like, all right, you cool, you know what I'm saying? But me and you ain't never really like rode together, you know what I'm saying? So,
right.
So, but then I was hearing that you was out there, but you was selling the H, you know, whatever at the time. So I'm like, dang, all right, I get a play, you know what I'm saying? So that's when Ashley connected all us and we started talking about Encore. And then go ahead.
So she come over. So Ashley was working at Encore, and everything is a game, right? And if you don't know what's going on in the game, you're gonna miss out on money, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's the liquor game, it's the door game, it's just game being ran all over the place, right? Mm-hmm. and you make a little money, you could not knowing you could have made a lot more money.
Hey, but let me tell you this before you even get to talk, because I got a crew here, right? We got a crew, you know what I mean? And then my crew actually just walked through the door. So I just let you know she had just walked through the door like about 15 minutes ago. You know what I mean? So
bet.
You know,
hey Tim.
Hey Ashley.
Yeah, she's still on the team, man. You know what I mean? Like it's she helped me out, do a lot with the with my YouTube stuff and all that. Everybody come back together as one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's part of our business, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you can do business and you can have a disagreement
mm-hmm.
and come back and do business, that's the only way to do business.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because you both know that you're big enough to get through anything now,
Yeah.
And everything should be cross board.
Yeah.
And like I said, in this game, people don't they owe you their word and the trust, but you definitely gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just something you have to go through. It's the same thing in relationship. You can get married, and your wife is no good, and she walked down the aisle and got married to you.
Yeah. You'll never know nobody until you really know them. You know what I mean? Until you get time to
That's why prison relationships are some of the best relationships, you know what I'm saying? Meaning friendships,
Yeah.
Meaning that y'all did the time together, y'all understand each other. And some of my best friends now are the ones I came home from prison with.
And that's why I think for me, with a lot of people, like grew me close, like with you, you know what I'm saying? Even with her, you know what I'm saying? We just all grew this certain bond, you know what I'm saying? That's just from going through the same thing, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that just won't change, man. It actually grow people closer. But
100%.
But going back to the club, so we got this club, man. Go ahead.
All right, so we got this club, and so we was Jeezy put on the poker night, and if y'all ever play poker with Jeezy, man, bring your own cards. Listen, tell you the truth, but listen.
hey, we had some fun. Go ahead.
Yeah, we did. And so one of the guys that was working in the club, Jeezy's like, "You got him working here?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know he the police, right?" I said, "No."
I told you that?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So why you had him working there?
It was too late for me.
Oh, gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying?
So I'm putting you on games.
You put me on game.
Gotcha.
It was they already had me on audio and video.
But let's take you back real quick, right? So I can, because a lot of stuff need to be cleared up. You know what I mean? And we got like 30 minutes too. So we need to put so we need to put a rush on this because it's getting deep. This is ready to get deep real quick. So a lot of people think that that me and you was actually running drugs and stuff out of Encore, right? And they think, that we was doing it together. One, I'm gonna say when I got the club, we probably had a good, I want to say probably 2 months before you got picked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So therefore, we definitely couldn't been run. I mean, we could have, but running nothing in like, you know what I mean, less than 2 months. That wasn't even the goal, right? Then another thing, you was always, which I was considered, you was always dealing with the H. I ain't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? But even if you was dealing with the other stuff, me and you never had a conversation about no work.
100%.
Never in life. We had no question.
That's what took me back. They were like, "Yo, man, he told on Jesus." I'm like, "It's impossible."
Yeah. So before we get there, so now this guy, I tell you that the guy, he was the police.
Yes.
Right.
So he tell me he the police. And I'm like, oh. So he goes back in the kitchen. I say, I go back there. I say, "Hey, man, it ain't so. Please." He take off out the back door. Bam, jump in his car. I say, "Fuck."
I remember that too. And
this, I say, "Fuck." So they had to get me off the streets.
Yeah, so they had to get this because I exposed and you went and exposed them.
Yes.
So they had to come get you now so you can't expose them more to nobody else.
Not just that. So I couldn't do any harm to them.
Do harm to them, yeah.
Because that's a key witness, you know what I'm
saying? Yeah.
So now, once you're going to find out who their witness is or who their guy is, they have to pull you in.
Yeah. Because it came out, even in my paperwork, it was saying how it had somebody working at the club and, he was the one who was basically saying that it was the drug dealers and stuff at the club. You know what I mean?
Right.
They didn't have nobody to say, I even dealt with drugs at the club. But
well, they got me. So what happened was, let me tell you how they got me.
Okay.
So when I first was dealing with KB, I guess it's before he first got caught. I don't do a conversation over the phone anyway, right? Mm-hmm. So I went to California Pizza Kitchen and I put it inside the napkin holder inside the men's bathroom. I had a key to the napkin holders because we had the same napkin holders at Encore. So I put everything in there. You just go in there, get it, leave the money, and go out, right? So the first sale I did, we did it that way. The feds didn't have nothing because they didn't see me touch nothing. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I sent someone else in there to get the money out of the napkin holder, Mm-hmm. So he called me. He was like, "Hey, man," and I try to get in my paperwork. I try to get him the whole joint, but the feds can only buy what they got the money to buy. Like they got to go to grand jury get the money, and they only can purchase what they have set out to purchase. You can't front anyone. So if anybody out there dealing drugs, front the person.
Gotcha.
Because they can't take front. Gotcha. They have to pay. They got to pay for evidence, right?
Gotcha.
They got to pay for something. So he was like, "Hey, just come out the side door." Mm. And I'm like, I jump inside the car. I'm like, who car you got? Oh, this little stripper girl I deal with. Their whole car was audio, video, and everything. Mm. So that's how they got that I was dealing drugs out the club.
Gotcha.
Because I gave it to him I was at the club that night. I just bring it to the club and I give it to you when you get inside the club. Where he was like, "Oh no, I need to get it right now." If he would have got it inside the club, they still wouldn't have been able to see that I gave it to him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They needed visual saying he got it from me and I gave it to him.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I sure ain't seen him no more.
Yeah, he jumped the back door. Wow. And so I'm like, damn, right? So I already got a case for the check fraud, right? Mm-hmm. So I already got a case coming up for the check fraud. And so now they got me on two cases, right? So my probation officer calls me and says, "Come up here and we need to piss you." I said, "I just pissed." And she was like, "No, your trial coming up for the New York thing." But I was only supposed to get that was my first offense, right? Check. And it was only $25,000. Right? So that was 6 months house arrest or whatever they're gonna give me, right? And so I get to my probation officer and they got the other people out in the front lobby and they pull me to the back and I'm like, "Oh shit, what's going on?" Then I hear chains come down there, I get locked up, right? So when I get in there, like, "Oh, you got heroin, you got a big heroin, you got like 20 years. I'm like, "Oh my God," right? Mm-hmm. And so I get in there and they say, what about your boy Jeezy?" I'm like, "What about Jeezy?" Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, I absolutely don't know nothing about Jeezy.
You're lying. That's what they said to you.
I say, listen, I absolutely don't know anything about Jeezy. I haven't dealt with Jeezy. And it's like, no, but in my mind, I'm not going to give Jeezy up because I need him to run the club.
Yeah. Because if you remember, we had just caught a fire, and our club had caught on fire. I'm talking about people was like, the roof is on fire. We like, no, literally, the roof is on fire. And so you understand, it burnt down. We had to go through so much stuff. They told me it would take a whole month to get put up. Man, I had that joint up in a weekend. You remember?
Yeah.
I'm talking about, we was rolling by that next weekend, following weekend, we was rocking and rolling. One nothing stopping that. But
so I'm like, I need him out there, but I really don't know his operation. We never ever dealt, right? But they can't believe that. They couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I need him on the outside so that he got to take care of me while I'm in the inside.
Yeah.
So I got to have him on the outside. So I'm like, yo, get word to him that, yo, bro, they own you, period.
Yeah.
They own you.
Yeah.
They own you, period. But everybody's saying, oh, you can't talk to nobody. No, you know for a fact when they pick you up, what the lady tell you?
Yeah, she said Tim ain't say nothing on you. You know what she said? She said, I want to tell you now, Tim ain't say nothing on you. And I'm like, yeah. So she like, yeah. And then we got to talking, but that's one thing, right? And then I found out that it wasn't even you, because we had another partner in our club too. I didn't even know that he had a case. Did you know that?
So James, yeah.
Yeah, so somebody else had a case, and it was said of how much I had bought the club with for the smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I first seen it, I don't know nothing about the other person even catch. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
it eventually came out that, you know what I mean, with that dude. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, she said nah. You know what I mean? And we talked about that. I was like, yeah, it was this amount of smoke, that amount of smoke. Yeah, but it came from another way. That didn't come from you. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't hurt me. You didn't do anything to me. You know what I mean? But that's one thing. That's the narrative that they actually put out there. Because but like I'm saying, what could you do to me but lie? Because we never did with
That's
each other.
That's what I'm saying.
So you can't.
So they like, so they come back to me and like, oh, what about the smoke? I'm like, smoke? You talking about I smoke? I smoke? They say, not you gonna smoke that amount? I say, what amount was it?
Yeah, because it had to be.
But it was right. It was done after that because, and then I came through there and they were saying, oh, Jeezy had. I'm like, that's somebody with inside his crew, dog. So the whole time I'm in the joint, right?
Mm.
The whole time I'm in the joint, I'm like, first they put me in the shoe over there in the pocket because they consider me a celebrity, right?
Yeah.
So they put me over in the shoe by myself on the side thing. I'm in there like,
your first time in prison?
Yeah, first time jail, prison. When I got picked up for the check thing, I went in for 2 hours and I bailed out right within 2 hours at Broccoli. I bailed right out. No question, I bailed right out. So I ain't never experienced, you ain't going home. I ain't experienced that before.
Yeah. But to speed it up, man, and I'm mad that I got to speed it up because this stuff is about to die out, man. But let me say this because I want to get the, for you to tell people what you got going on now and everything. But how much time you end up getting for your?
I end up getting.
What you get charged with?
I got charged with a check fraud. They end up giving me 3 years, and I got 5 years mandatory minimum for more than it was 125 grams I had of heroin. So 8 years.
8 years. 8 years. Wow. Man. So what was your what was some of the lessons, man, in a nutshell, and your legacy, and what are some of the things that you're doing now?
So while I was in there, a guy kept saying, man, you always underestimating your ability, man. You could have been more than what you thought you was, right? So I came up with a thing called Numa Speed. It's never underestimate my ability, right? Just like we doing right now, you got a podcast, you got a trucking, you doing great things, you wrote books, you doing great things. We could have did this from the jump. But we get caught up into that. We only got one ability. Yeah. And I thought it was track running to street selling, and that was it, Yeah. But if you sit back and study anything, you can become great at it. So for anybody out there going through anything, back yourself into a corner, sit down, write it down, and understand the ins and the outs. If I get into this, what's my out? If it's going to out, same thing in the relationship, 80-20. Don't mess with somebody going to give you 20% when you already got somebody giving you 80%. Stick with the 80.
Yeah.
So I got a drink Project World record coming out. I got a gym. You know, I'm living every day based off of me, not based off of I got on a pair of Prada. I'm driving a Ferrari. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm living to wake up every morning and say, you know what? I'm happy to be free.
Yeah, and you training the kids down there too, right?
Oh, I'm giving them as much game as possible, and it helps me out because a lot of them are going to say, oh, you wasn't fast. Oh, yeah, he was fast. So it's easy for me to teach them. But a lot of people that don't understand prison, I can say I've been there too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I can tell them I've been there too and tell you everything that's going to happen to you when you get in there, you have a better understanding with the words that are coming out my mouth.
You got an amazing story, man. You definitely need a movie, man. You definitely need a movie, man. I'm telling you, bro.
If it's in God's plan, it will be. But bro, I just want to tell you, you know, everything we've been through, you also, Ashley. I ain't never really no ill will towards Ashley, for real, you know. And just like when you went in there and the people told you, I told them, listen, I don't know nothing about this guy. They was like, no, you saw him with a gun, you saw him with this. No, I did not.
Yeah.
I did not. So, brother, I want you to tell you, stay blessed, stay praying, keep me in your prayers, and man, I'm glad that we was able to. Man,
I'm gonna tell you, man, which I want to tell, you know, everybody who's looking at this, man. One, and this ain't the only reason, but with everything we've been through and all that, you know, with me being home 8 years, like I said, it's about that roller coaster. And I remember I was going through something real crazy. And you had called me. You called me, you know how we do is kick it every now and then. You know, me and you talk we probably talk every 6 months or whatever. And you called me and you was like, what's wrong? I was like, man, something crazy and this and that. And then you was like, what you need? I was like, man, I don't need nothing, man. I mean, I'm good. And you was like, bro, man, what's your cash out? And I sent you that cash out, man. And he cashed out me some money twice. And the money he sent me a total of $5,000. Put me back, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, you know what I mean? And at the time I really needed it, but I don't like asking anybody for nothing, you know what I'm saying? But for him to just, you know what I mean? He was like, yo, bro, no, like, if I got it, I got it. If I don't, I don't. You know what I'm saying? So me and him always just been like, you know what I mean? There for each other, even if it's just to talk, you know what I'm saying? But, bro, I love you though, bro.
Much love here, bro. I love you too, brother.
For real, you know what I mean? And we gonna get it, man. Hey, we gonna continue getting this money one way or another, baby. You best believe it.
Hey.
Whoever movie come out first, look, whoever movie come out first, baby.
That's right.
I just want to roll. All you gotta do is give me a look. Hey, all I need is a little roll in it. Yeah. Yeah. Cause you got one in mind, man. Like I said, I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you, brother.
All right.
Have a blessing.
Yes, sir. Tim, man.
I wonder if he's still that fast.
Hey, Tim, she said, you still that fast?
Put the money on the ground. This dog will hunt.
You a fool. Hey, I wanted to jump go run out, though. This is going to be some backstage type shit. What? Oh, yeah. Man, listen, bro, they be on me, man. They be on me. They really do it. Hey, this episode is brought to you by 384 months. It's Sacrificial Lamb. Amazon. Get it now. Discounted price.
Mm-hmm. Little guapito. Little
guapito. Poquito guapito. Oh, like my grandma used to say, oh, Anthony, you don't know Spanish. Hey, I love this stuff, though, man. Love to have fun, man.
You made for it, brother. Hey. I'm glad to see you finding your element.
Hey, listen. You know, I was scared to talk for a long period of time.
I already know.
But, you know, things happen. Can I smoke this, Carolyn? I got Mama Dukes in here, right. Miss Carolyn.
That's right.
Somebody
around you.
Yeah. I'm surrounded by love, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm surrounded by love, man. I got Carolyn, man. She She amazing. She still on top of me. You know what I mean? Ashley. You know what I mean? Hey, G. And the infamous
Ashley got
voice.
her own story. Ashley on that. Ashley got her own story.
She don't want to tell it. She don't want to tell
Young
it.
pup.
Hey, bro. I told her all that. She just don't want to. Bro, she got such an amazing story, right? That one day, hopefully, I get to get out of. But I'm telling you, she wanted the first. Bro, listen to me now. They tried to grand jury this girl. Grand jury. Most guys who tried to go to grand jury, they gonna walk up on that jump. She got a couple. She got a couple extra years for not doing the grand jury.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I won't say how to fit, but it's so crazy, but that's another thing, like even on here, I try to explain, my whole biggest thing is trying to explain everything that I did and to give them the game to let them, not to do it, whatever, but at the same time, just to see how stuff works. You know what I mean? And let you know, like, it's hard for you to even win. You know what I mean? And even with me and her, because her case was tied into mine. You know what I'm saying? And even with her, she know, like, I know that I'm not going to tell on her. You know what I'm saying? But you best believe they're going to make it seem like I had something to do with her. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what they do. But she know that, you know what I mean?
Hey, listen, I came home off for you. I'm going to tell you the truth. I ain't have nothing to tell you. But once you went on and went in there, I was like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, as you should. As you should. But that's the thing on how people don't really understand how it works like this everywhere. But I'm just going to speak about Virginia. But how that stuff is working in Virginia, especially, because people got this whole theory of, oh, you tell, you snitch, and you do all this. Bro, listen to me. The street niggas in Virginia, that's what goes on. Like, you probably, listen to me, I don't know no case in Virginia that I've been since 2000 that it ain't been no niggas inside the case that actually told, and all them niggas still friends till this day. I don't see it.
Listen,
I don't see it.
That's why I want to tell you how you can look up Tim. Everybody that was around me who went to jail with.
I don't know nobody that went to jail with you.
Thank you. So this is the crazy stuff, right?
I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody who went to jail for me who actually sat in jail or came out and said and said, hey, no, he told on me. Hey, he gave me this time and all that. I never heard that. All I heard is say, hey man, that nigga told. That's all I heard. That's the only thing I heard.
All the doughboys, my brothers, Brian Lewis, they was all my work. Ooh.
Yeah, ain't nobody do it. Ain't nobody do it.
Huh?
Ain't nobody do it. But that's why they tried to throw you on me. Pause.
Right. They couldn't find nobody else.
Nah. But we know how it worked though. You know what I'm saying? But it's the thing, right? It's so crazy because if it's anybody else that's not a celebrity, it's free range for them to tell on each other and all that. Because,
1,000%.
Because how it works is how the federal system works, especially from me experiencing and all that, is like this right here. A person get caught, right? You might, say for instance, I might know you, right? You go down, you get this charge, you're done. You're done, right? You already know you tapping out, pleading guilty, however it's gonna be. This and that, right? Everybody know, I know, you my man, I know you done. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go get what they say, money off you now. Now I'm gonna go and say, hey, I know a lot of stuff that he did. And the reason why they go do that, so they can get a time cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they consider the snitch, but at the same time, they're just doing that. But the person who they doing it on, he cool with it because he like, James, you ain't telling me. All you doing is just hopping on to go ahead and cut your time so you can come on out.
Yeah.
That's how this little game is played. That's how that game was played, right? You know what I'm saying? But now it gets tricky when it comes to certain people. Like, oh no, you can't play the game. Nope, you can't play that game. You're not allowed to play the game. That game is not for you. You can't do that. You got to sit in jail for 30 years. That's what you need to do. You need to sit back, go to prison, sit for 30 years. Because if you don't, I ain't gonna like you. Because everybody know.
That's what I tell somebody. You're running my house. You'll tie me up, but you won't be loyal to you. You're running my house, beat me over the head with the gun, take what you want to take, but you ain't fair game for nothing else.
That nigga hero. He gonna break bread with the other people. They be like, oh man, that nigga crazy. He a hero.
There's three type of people in jail: those that told, those that had nothing to tell, and those that wish they told. There's only three.
But my whole thing is even with that, like I'm gonna be real, like I don't condone in it. You know what I mean? Regardless if you know the situation. But when I'm even going farther deep in that, my only thing what I ain't like about the whole system of how they play it, I just can't see myself even hopping on somebody's stuff who I know. You know what I mean? Because
you can't do it. Yeah,
it's just a mind thing for me to just knowing. Regardless, I don't care if you told me, hey, you know what, man, let's go ahead and just tell, man, and on what's called. I still can't do that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, damn, I just contributed to it, and you know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, I still get bashed. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not doing that. And that's what a lot of people don't like because I stress the simple fact, though, how you go telling your man? How you go telling your peoples? You know what I mean? Like, I just could never, you know what I mean? I can't do that. I can't do it.
Listen.
But the game, but the game ain't for me. I'm a sidewalk dude now. Like, I already know it's not for me.
1,000%. I'm a square. I'm that guy. I'm a square. I'm a square. I want to be the square. I want to be the nerd. Call me the nerd. Call me the square. Because I can make more money at McDonald's than you made if you got 30 years.
But why is this right here, though, right? Did you work in prison?
Yes, for 10 cents.
For 10 cents. So why, and I seen guys work for 10 cents in prison, right? Hard, like fighting for jobs. Would tell on you to get your job. They're telling you to get your 10 cent job, a nigga would tell on you.
Damn.
Yeah, that's how it worked, right? But then they get outside here and they can't work for $17, $15 an hour.
That's because everybody in there working for 10 cents. They got eyes on them. See, everybody got eyes on you. They can't be themselves. That's what I had to learn.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna matter who say what. You wear a pair of $10,000 pair of shoes. You gonna come home by yourself, desert dick, with $10,000 pair of shoes on your feet.
Yeah.
But we all got to show somebody else that we got more than what they got.
Yeah. But this the whole thing before us to go. Like, my whole thing is this right here, right? Like I said, I'm a civilian. But I don't understand times like other people who like civilians and stuff who like, oh yeah, I would try to get in the street stuff. But then when it pops up, then you're like, oh no, I'm a civilian, but y'all want to say, oh man, this guy did this. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is, if you're from the streets and that's your occupation, you're supposed to not like snitches. You're supposed to, you know what I mean? Because once you go in and say, oh yeah, I agree with this, ain't nobody trying to give you no drugs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're like, oh no, I ain't messing with you. So you're supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then at the same time too, it's like, people don't put a whole thing on even talking about the people who snitched on the people. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if I went down and y'all know all the people who told on me, the 47 people who actually was ready to testify against me, why ain't y'all mad with none of them? You know what I'm saying?
They can't be.
And knowing that them 47 people is outside still partying with you right there in the club and all that.
Because you are a factor to them. No one cares about the dude in the corner until he get a car and their girl start looking at him. So they want to keep you down. They know that you was boss. And they never want to put you back into the boss figure.
Mama, I'm trending. Mama, I'm trending. All right, cuz I'm going, man.
All right, bro.
All right, bro.
All right.
Yeah. Did that joint last like that? Hey, look. Hell no. Get me in trouble. You be like, what? I don't want that on camera. I ain't want that on camera. You should have did like this. What you say? What you mean?